Coming up on this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
We've got an update on some of the key issues facing the beef industry from the president of NCBA. Plus, see how a good grazing plan can help secure the future of your beef operation.
And now, NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Hello and welcome to NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I'm Lane Nordlund. 2025 has had no shortage of challenges, but through it all, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association has continued to fight for the interests of cattle producers. And joining us now with an update on a few of these issues is NCBA President and Nebraska cattleman Buck Werbine. And Buck, New World screwworm has been top of mind for producers and NCBA over the past few months. How confident is NCBA that everything is being done to protect the U.S. cattle herd?
Thanks, Lane. Since we heard about this pest late last fall, we've been watching closely what NCBA's been watching closely what USDA is doing, and we feel confident in the Secretary Brooke Rollins' work on it, a lot of attention to it, and so nothing goes as fast as we would like, but they have found the money to put in a facility for the sterile fly production in South Texas, enough money to do that, and that's excellent. And if that could go faster, it'd be great, but it takes a while. That could be a couple of years, I suppose. A lot of attention to it. That's what we really appreciate. And the last thing is to get the border back open. With the short herd we have of cattle, that's an important component of it.
And of course, the markets, as we watch them right now, they're impressive, but they're also complicated. As a cow-calf producer myself, I enjoy seeing it. I'm glad I'm not in your position in the feeding end of things. That's something that I really don't want to handle. But as we watch these markets, what are some things that you're watching and NCBA is watching to make sure that the markets stay strong and opportunities are available for producers?
Producers are fortunate in two big ways. Our consumers have been willing to pay the price for our product that they obviously love. There are other proteins they can buy, but they still choose to buy ours. Along with, even as we're got the smallest herd in 73 years or whatever it is, our production is only down about 2.5% because these cattle have the scope to get big enough that we can make the carcasses bigger and get more meat. So all of us deal with head count on pasture and so forth, but when we sell our product, it's pounds. And so the pounds aren't down as much as the head count is down.
And as you look ahead, what makes you optimistic about the future of the cattle business?
Demand for our product. If we can sell our product, we can produce it. We have shown that we can produce high quality product that everybody wants, and not just here, around the world. And so as long as we can keep producing it, which our cattle producers out there are able to do, we'll be in good shape.
And it's hard to believe that CattleCon 26 is just around the corner. What do you want folks back home to know about why they should maybe consider coming down to Nashville and attending this educational event?
So CattleCon, our annual convention for NCBA, is such a huge event. There'll be 9,000 or 10,000 people here, and a lot of networking can go on. There's a trade show with all kinds of vendors that sell products to us and support us, and it's an opportunity to learn about those products, an opportunity to network, see old friends, an opportunity to learn a lot about different things in the cattle business. And I would like people to come here and see how the process works. We are a true grassroots organization, and everything bubbles up from the bottom. It's not top down at all. And you really can see that when you're here, if you see the process. So that's what I would say.
Well, again, Buck, thanks for joining us, sharing an update on New World screwworm, and of course, a quick mention there of CattleCon. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thank you, Lane.
Well, every day NCBA is at the table fighting for the issues that impact your farm or ranch. CEO Colin Woodall explains why NCBA membership is critical for every cattle producer.
The world belongs to those who show up. So if you want to be able to shape the future of this industry, and more importantly, shape the policy of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, The only way you can do that is to join. And by joining, you are going to have full-time representation in Washington, D.C., working with the president and the administration, working with the federal departments, working with Congress to advocate for our rights, advocate for our positions, and ultimately protect our way of life.
To keep up to date on the issues facing you and to help make a difference in the work being done, you should consider becoming a member of NCBA. It's easy to do. Just call 866-233-3872 or visit the website ncba.org. Be sure to use the code C2C for a special offer just for our viewers. Still to come on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, we'll explain how good grazing management isn't just about today. It's about building a stronger operation for future generations. Stay with us.
Flagging obstacles, mapping boundaries, setting AB lines. What used to take plenty of time in the tractor seat now gets done with a Gator XUV. Precision ag technology goes nimble in our redesigned utility vehicle. It's tech that's efficient, effective, and easy to implement into your operations. Get more from your Gator XUV with Bluetooth connectivity, AutoTrack ready compatibility, and Green Star ready operation. Upgrade the way you work today.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. NCBA is the oldest and largest national cattle industry organization working to defend your interests in Washington, D.C. And there are big benefits to being a member. You'll get news you can use in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus big discounts only for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
Grazing management isn't just about making the most of your pastures today, it's about protecting the land and resources for future generations. Here's a look at how a good grazing plan helps cattle producers build a stronger, more sustainable operation for years to come.
The economic health of a cattle operation is influenced by many factors. Near the top is the availability of forage to provide the feed cattle must have. To maximize grass and forage resources, there's real value in creating a grazing management plan. Implementing the strategies in a plan can often bring benefits in the very first season.
By using a good grazing system, we have seen our grass flourish. We knew it could, but we know that we have increased our stocking rate. We know that we have really protected our land. We see minimal weeds, where before in pastures we really saw a lot of things like burdock and thistles, those kinds of things that we've eliminated by using the rotational grazing system.
Whether on paper or on a computer, the power of a written grazing management plan is not as an inflexible document, but as a tool to help everyone on the farm or ranch team monitor forage, manage pasture rotations, and ensure that stocking rates match up to the available resources.
When we think about it, the first thing is really being flexible, looking at the weather, looking at the markets, not being static of what you've written down, but to be able to adjust and adapt of all of the variables out there.
In addition, a grazing plan shared with all members of the operation provides valuable historic data and strategies for those who will lead an operation in the future.
The importance of having that written plan is vital. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck to tradition or what I think I remember my dad did or my grandfather did. And you know, not that they did it wrong, but my memory's not perfect. And so getting out of that hearsay and rumor management style is really essential to the forward progress of your business.
I think also with having that plan down and writing that information, it is actually, in a sense, a succession plan for your family and your operation, and being able to articulate that back to the next generations and the next stewards of your place.
Having a written grazing management plan can be tremendously beneficial both to the current generation that's operating the farm or ranch or the next generation that's coming in, because there's a lot of institutional knowledge that goes along with grazing patterns and how you stock different pastures and how we might utilize the forages in our operation. So I think it's very important that we write key moments down and key practices and events on the farm and ranch, and make sure that we pass that information along to those that come behind us.
There are a variety of resources available to help producers create a written grazing management plan. A good place to start is at the website ncba.org under the Education and Resources tab. This report was made possible by a USDA NRCS Grazing Lands Conservation Initiative cooperative agreement.
Are you looking for ways to take your forage resources to the next level? Then you should attend the Grazing Management Workshop at CattleCon 26 in Nashville. Each attendee will receive their own grazing management workbook, which will help you to craft a personalized plan for your operation. Go to convention.ncba.org for all the details. Now, the annual NCBA trade show held in conjunction with CattleCon has something for everyone in the beef industry, and all under one roof. Hundreds of companies exhibit each year with products and services aimed at helping beef producers like you be more profitable. We asked some of NCBA's producer leaders to share their thoughts on the trade show.
The trade show is one of the highlights of convention because you've got all these vendors who support us and allied industries and so forth showing their wares. You can learn a ton in there, but it's very big. You need to give yourself some time to mosey through it.
It's really hard to put in perspective of just how enormous that thing is. So many booths, and you just walk down aisle after aisle, and everyone has got something that's of interest there. It's very, very educational.
The trade show is so overwhelming when you first walk in there. I'm always amazed at how many vendors we have, but it's fascinating to walk through and see all the new innovations, all the new technology that's out there. I really love the trade show.
I'm in the cattle and beef industry heaven there with all the different things, the new things, new technology, new chemicals, new tags, new everything, like it's Christmas Day for the beef industry.
There are many excellent reasons to attend CattleCon, and there's still plenty of time for you to make plans to join us. Convention runs from February 3rd through the 5th in Nashville. You can register and get your housing all set at the website convention.ncba.org. There you'll also find special discounts on things like airfare and rental cars to help you get to, from, and around Nashville. Up next, we're heading into the kitchen to show you how to cook the perfect tri-tip. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Cattle producers across the country work hard to care for their animals and their land. The USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service is there to help. Find out how you can work with NRCS to develop a conservation plan for your operation. Find possible funding resources for implementing conservation practices, or get free expert advice on ways to improve your farm or ranch. Visit the website nrcs.usda.gov today.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. There are big benefits to being a member. You'll get industry news in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus discounts just for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
Welcome back to NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. We're in the Beef Culinary Center with the Executive Chef of Innovation and Culinary Services, Dagan Lin. Chef Dagan, what are we cooking up today?
Today, another one of my favorite cuts is tri-tip. Okay, so we're gonna do a Santa Maria style tri-tip.
Very good.
With some semi-cured vegetables and a pistachio pesto.
Okay, I was wondering what the pistachios were for. Where did we begin? With the beef, I hope.
We got our beef hiding back here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it rubbed together first.
Very good.
Really simple rub. We have a lot of these on beefwithwhatsfordinner.com.
Sure.
Adding more as fast as I can. Yep. I'm a big rub guy.
Yep.
So we got, of course, big fan of black pepper.
Yeah.
We got some granulated garlic.
Okay.
Granulated onion. Kosher salt here.
Kosher salt, okay.
And then I have some smoked paprika.
Paprika.
I'm gonna grab our meat back here.
You bet.
So I always kind of like to show what we have here.
That.
So we have, so you kind of see there's just a little bit of a fat cap on there.
Yep.
Not a lot of connective tissue, so I would just clean that up.
Yep.
And take some of the connective tissue off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil on here.
Yep.
So the rub
that
sticks.
Yeah, that rub sticks a little better. And again, you typically use an olive oil, you said, right?
We're gonna go ahead and season this pretty liberally.
You bet.
We got our charcoal preferably going in Santa Maria style. I like to go slow and low on this one, so this should take around 30-40 minutes.
Yep.
And we're gonna, since we're using our indoor grill, I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil on there to make sure we don't burn it.
Yeah,
right.
This needs to be slow and low.
Slow and low is the best way to go.
And so now, while this is cooking on the grill, we're going to work on our vegetables. Did you say?
Yep, we're gonna do just some semi-dried vegetables. So we're gonna cut them into a little bit smaller pieces. I'm gonna use the same rub.
All right.
I'm also gonna take these lemons really quick.
Really?
And I love the flavor of burnt lemon.
No kidding.
It's great to finish the meat. It really brings out that vibrant beef flavor.
Yep.
We're gonna take a little bit of olive oil and put it on the bottom of our pan. We got some of our rub.
Some rub, absolutely.
Which this is gonna just
flavor those zucchinis, huh?
Yeah, flavor the zucchinis, and we're gonna add a lot of flavor to the pesto. There's a variety of tomatoes in here, some bigger ones, some smaller ones, some heirloom ones. We're gonna go ahead and just put those on there.
Fantastic, yep.
Spread them out. I found some beautiful squash.
Squash, you bet.
We're gonna add a little bit more olive oil on this.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna season it up, and then I got my broiler on high.
Okay.
So you wanna give it a little decent amount of space so it can kind of slowly bring out the sugars and really kind of sweeten up and intensify the flavor in these vegetables.
Interesting, yeah.
So really that easy. We're just gonna kind of go in here and set it and
Didn't
forget
take
it.
very long at all, yeah.
No, set it, forget it.
Yep.
While that's going, we're gonna make our pesto.
Okay, fantastic.
I have some pistachios. We got a good olive oil here.
Yep.
You a fan of garlic?
Garlic, absolutely.
I'm a huge fan of garlic too, so we're gonna throw a few cloves of that in there. Parsley and basil pre-picked already right here.
Okay, all right. Yep.
We're gonna throw those in there. And then
Parmesan, huh?
Yeah, then some cheese. Little Parmesan cheese. That's kind of like our sodium. So if you need a little bit more oil, sorry. Once we got a little grill flavor out here.
Oh, you're gonna put those right
in there.
Fantastic. So it looks like our pesto's done, and we're about to take the tri-tip off the grill. Is that right?
Yep. Tri-tip's ready to go.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Nice little caramelization on the outside.
Yes, indeed.
Our vegetables that are in our broiler that have been going nice and slow.
Yeah. And again, you said that you can make these in advance. You don't have to make them today, right? And then bring them even if they're a little cooler, you can eat them, right?
Yeah, they're good hot, they're good cold, they're good room temperature.
Good.
So we're just gonna go ahead and kind of put these all, kind of smell too.
Oh, yeah.
You get that really vegetable, tomato, a little bit of olive oil flavor.
So slice into that
we're gonna
bad
go
boy,
ahead
huh?
and slice into this.
Yeah.
Looks good. That's beautiful.
Still
right?
juicy. Look at that. Yep.
Still juicy. It's a little bit. It'll be a little bit less cooked in the middle than on the end. So if you have people that want it more cooked, you kind of two birds in one stone.
Yeah.
So we're gonna plate that off.
Look at that.
So then we'll go here.
Look at that.
All right, we got that. We got our burnt lemons.
So you're gonna, Look
We're
at
gonna
that.
just put some of these on the vegetables. I don't wanna cover up our beautiful piece of meat here.
Yeah.
So look at that. That looks nice.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna take a little bit of the lemon squeezer.
Yep.
And we're gonna squeeze it on that plate.
Yeah. I can't wait. Look at that.
I have a little bit of finishing salt right here.
All right.
And one little last treat.
Awesome.
We're gonna do for you.
Look at that.
There's a little Parmesan to go
Yeah.
on there. We try to take care of our guests.
Look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful.
Tri-tip is, I think, one of the easier ones to do. You can grill, you can roast. Something I've seen more popular out there are tri-tip steaks, which work well on skewers or just as a steak.
That's delicious.
Right? It's tender, it's juicy, it's got good marbling. It's got the whole package.
That homemade pesto is also something, just takes this to a new level.
Just vibrant, brings up that flavor of that beef better, right?
I'm telling you what, you are doing wonderful work here.
Thank you, sir.
And we appreciate all you do for the entire beef industry.
Honestly, it's my pleasure, and thank you this is one of the best jobs I've ever had in my life, so
We're glad to hear it. Now, for more great recipes just like this one, go to the website beefitswhatsfordinner.com. And we'll be back with more Cattlemen to Cattlemen right after this.
CattleCon 2026 heads to the heart of Nashville, February 3rd to the 5th. It's the largest cattle industry event of the year. Plus, you can check out the huge NCBA trade show. Don't miss CattleCon 2026, February 3rd to the 5th. Visit convention.ncba.org for more.
You have an upcoming production sale to advertise? Then contact the Cattlemen to Cattlemen marketing team or your breed association to learn more.
My name is Timory Hellier, and I am the Federation of State Beef Councils. I ranch with my family in west central Wyoming near Lander, and we have a cow-calf operation. Currently, I serve as a director for the Federation of State Beef Councils. I am a committee co-chair for the Safety and Product Innovation Committee, and recently I began my term as a Region 5 Vice President for the Federation. Being a volunteer leader is absolutely vital to the Federation of State Beef Councils because all of the volunteer leaders, we are all producers. We're producing livestock at home, and it is in everyone's best interest to increase beef demand with consumers. One of the fabulous aspects of the Federation is it allows state beef councils to operate with smaller staffs and still make a really big impact in their state. For instance, the state of Wyoming was able to utilize the resources of the Federation when they rebuilt their state website to make it very mobile and internet friendly for consumers and for producers alike. This allows states to not have to reinvent the wheel. Also, states are able to use the media advertising that the Federation has available. Because that resource is there, it helps states be far more efficient in their own work. When our founders thought that the framework of a federation would be a good plan, where states could come together and pool their resources, they realized that consumers needed more information about beef. 60 years ago, that was important, and today it is still very important. And the Federation continues to serve a role as it provides research and information to help the beef industry improve our product, and at the same time, to help the beef industry meet the concerns and desires of consumers. And clearly, it has been very successful. Our last return on investment study indicated that each dollar invested into the beef checkoff returns over $13.40. A fabulous investment for our time and money. I love the people that I get to work with, and I love the lifestyle that I get to live with my family. It is very easy to work on the ranch and to keep our head down and to do our day-to-day work and to take care of the animals and livestock that are in our care. With that, it's also very reassuring to know that the beef checkoff continues to work on our behalf to promote beef demand and to help consumers understand that beef is delicious, nutritious, and sustainably grown.
When summer rolls around, there's something special about hearing that crack of a bat against a baseball and the sizzle of beef on the grill. Now, these two popular summer pastimes are once again joining forces.
Well, it's been really fun to be here and watch this new partnership in action between Beef It's What's for Dinner and the Little League World Series. And what I really love about it is that we're kind of reaching a new audience than we ever have before with our checkoff messaging, and seeing all these people be so receptive to our messaging, to the beef that we've served, and to the cheeseburger chair where people are taking photos at. It's been great.
The thing that I love about the promotion about the Little League is it's global. boy, we have 20 teams that internationally will come to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and will all receive that message that beef, it's what's for dinner.
The opportunity we have to come here and reach this next generation of beef eaters, not just in the United States, from around the world. We have the opportunity to speak directly to them. We have the opportunity to speak directly to their parents. And yeah, this is a great partnership. This is something that the beef producers and the folks that are part of the Beef Checkoff should be very proud of.
That wraps up this edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and we'll see you again next week right here on RFD TV.